So, a new Patreon supporter walks into a bar and he orders a video for Slimey's Mine. The video maker asks, "What the hell is Slimey's Mine?" And the Patreon supporter responds, "I can't quite remember. I think it was good though." That's not a joke, by the way, that's just what happened. So I dug out Slimey's Mine and I played it, and I think I have more questions after playing it than I did when I started. I'm honestly baffled. This game is like a noise that you hear in the distance, and you're not sure if it was a noise or your imagination. It's a fever dream of random ideas wrapped up in a relatively simple game. Let's do a fact check though. Slimey's Mine was released in 1988 through the Silverbird label as a budget title. It was coded by Simon Pick, a prolific name in Commodore 64 gaming. He was behind such games as Shinobi, Gradius, Indie Heat, Star Control, and numerous others. Slimey's Mine, however, seems to be Simon Pick at his most unrestrained. As soon as this game hits the main menu, you'll most likely be taken aback, and it's got nothing to do with what you can see. It's all about what your ears are assaulted with. Yes, Slimey's Mine is a game that shouts at you on an endless basis, or, to quote the main menu itself, it's the game that screams. Back in 1988, this must have been an absolute revelation, but here in the futuristic year of 2019, the constant sound effects sound like a wacky Flash website from 1996. Almost everything you do in this game is punctuated by a Simon Pick, either screaming or saying something to the point where even a few hours after playing the game, you'll find the words "Get ready" and "You are here" rattling through your brain like an echo. I'm getting slightly ahead of myself though. The sound design might be mental, but at least the story is easy to understand. You are Slimey. Slimey is a frog. Slimey has found himself trapped in an asteroid field. Jesus Christ. Okay, look. Right. Slimey is a frog in space, and he has to explore mines within an asteroid field. I'm pretty sure that's the general gist. I think he might be trying to rescue other frogs. I'm not sure if the other frogs are relations, or acquaintances, or strangers, or what. Honestly, I don't think it matters. How does all of this work then? Well, there are two distinct types of gameplay going on here. One is the overworld map, where Slimey is navigating the asteroid field. You need to find the asteroids containing a cavern. Each time you jump away from an asteroid, it will grow smaller until eventually it will disappear altogether. So it works like a sort of puzzle maze-based game. There are skulls that will kill you instantly if you touch them, one-way paths and other things to consider, but certainly in my case, you won't really be considering them for long because you'll most likely be dead before you even need to consider anything. Because Slimey's Mine is bloody difficult. The difficulty for the most part comes when you enter one of Slimey's mines. You'll enter a top-down arena where you essentially shoot everything that moves. I'm not entirely sure what some of these things are, but they're most definitely not friendly. The arenas are often a mess of things all happening at once, but the difficulty is really down to a few things. One, there's no way to lock Slimey in place while he's shooting, so you'll typically be walking toward whatever it is you're attempting to shoot. This usually leads you to just walk right into the damn thing. Two, the enemies have no set pattern, they are random. They spawn in and immediately just move wherever they damn well like. This, coupled with the fact Slimey is a bit of a dog to control, means you can't really preempt where to shoot. You just have to keep shooting. Just keep shooting and moving and mopping up as much of this mess as you can. 3. Power-ups block bullets. It's not as particularly egregious as the other two things I mentioned, but it is a minor nuisance regardless. Especially because one of the power-ups is a bloody map. I don't want to look at a map. Why is the map a power-up? Why are you making me look at the map just to be able to shoot things better? 4. The arena layouts. I'm not sure if they're entirely random, but they certainly don't feel handmade. You can walk into a room and be stuck in a dead end. The only way to get out of things like this is to either eat a piece of fruit or to teleport. Yeah, out of context when you're describing this game, it doesn't make an awful lot of sense. And it's a tough one to write about because nothing about it is self-explanatory. Eating a piece of fruit turns the arena into a blank canvas, removing every obstacle bar the outer walls. Why does it do this? I don't know. You have health. Health is a thing. It's a jar of water. If you run out of water, you die. Oh, teleporting. I forgot to talk about teleporting. You press F1 and you can teleport. I don't know why he can do that. He's a frog in space. Sometimes you die and I don't know why you die. You have to pick up diamonds. When you pick up diamonds, a red diamond drops, and when you pick up that diamond, it kills everything, and you can move on to the next screen. But then these lightning things keep turning up. I don't know why. Sometimes your frog changes colour, and I don't know why. If you press F4, you fire bananas everywhere. If you make it to the last level of a mine, you pick up some other frogs, and Simon says, Bertie, Bertie, Bertie. And then Slimey pushes them into a hole. I don't know why. If I sound confused, it's only because I am. I have no idea what is going on. When you boil this game down to its core gameplay, I sort of get it. Slimey's Mine is a fun, simplistic shooter with a soundtrack of wacky, overbearing noise core, and it's fine. It's good. I quite like it. It's not the best thing I've ever played. It's not the worst thing I've ever played, but it is a game that consistently has me saying, what? Finding information on the game is equally as difficult. It seems that very few people are really talking about the game, and from those few sites that are discussing it, most of them are Spanish websites that simply say, the sound design is great, and nothing more. Is everyone as confused as me, but they're just not telling me? Is this game some sort of 30-year-old practical joke and I'm the punchline? Is everyone just pretending to understand what's going on here? Right, let's reel it back in. There's not much more I can say on Slimey's Mine. It's a decently fun arcade shooter with a bunch of flaws that really stop it from grabbing your attention for too long. There are multiple different mazes you can attempt to take on, and the difficulty meter goes from 0 to 99, which, come on, Simon, that's madness. I can't even beat it on a difficulty of 0, but 99 levels, you absolute madman. Do I recommend it? Probably. It's fine. It doesn't blow me away. There's probably worse games you could pick up from this period in time, but one thing I will give Slimey's Mine, it's got character. It doesn't really care what you think of it. It exists regardless of your or my judgment. It is a thing that stands outside the realms of normality and looks in at us poor reality dwellers and nods and gives us a wink and then flies off into space to go mining for baby frogs.
I hate to talk the big talk, I love to talk the small talk. Alright, go ahead. Flies, mice and spiders, mice, spiders and spice. Spies, mice and sliders, mice, spiders and flies. Are you finished with your small talk? Yes. Goodbye.